Have you ever been curious about how certain months just feel different? October is one of those months. Not only does it bring the shift from summer to fall, but it holds a unique vibration in numerology, a special kind of energy that many of us can tap into to attract abundance, new opportunities, and even personal empowerment. This is largely influenced by the powerful numerology of the number 1 that surrounds us in October. In this video, we're going to dive deep into October's numerology and how you can harness the energy of the number 1 to empower yourself and manifest greater success. Whether you're looking to start something new, make a big life change, or simply feel more aligned with the abundance the universe has to offer, October is the perfect time to do that. The number 1 is all about beginnings, leadership, and individuality, and the energy this month is practically buzzing with these vibrations. Now, before we jump in, let's start with the basics so you can really understand what makes October numerologically special and where the number 1 comes into play. October is the 10th month of the year, and if we add 1 and 0 together, we get, drumroll, 1. In numerology, each number has its own energy and meaning, and when you reduce October's number, 10, down to a single digit, you are left with the powerful energy of number 1. This number affects the entire month, infusing it with the traits and influences that can boost our lives in very profound ways. What's cool is that every single person can benefit from this energy, no matter where you are in your journey. Not only that, but there's something about October being well into the second half of the year that can feel like a reset. You might catch yourself thinking about the New Year's resolutions you set way back in January. What worked? What didn't? And, more importantly, what's next? This is where the influence of number 1 becomes key, because it's all about starting fresh. There's no better time than now to shift gears, rethink, or recommit to something important. The number 1 screams, go for it. It gives you permission, or maybe a little nudge, to step out of your comfort zone and take the reins of your life. When working with the number 1, you step into a space where new beginnings are not just possible, but encouraged. You carry the energy of being a leader, whether that's leading a project, directing your own life, or creating new opportunities. The number 1 is a call to action, a call to be bold, self-reliant, and confident. It urges you to ask yourself, what can I start or restart in my life right now? So if you've been waiting for the right time to launch that business you've been dreaming about, or maybe you're on the verge of a big personal transformation, now is your moment. Here's the thing. October's number 1 energy is deeply tied to other parts of your life, too. I want you to think about it as a foundation. Picture a seed being planted in the ground. In October, the number 1 represents the moment the seed gets planted, and eventually, with the right care and nurturing, it will blossom into something beautiful. You need to take that first step for the unfolding to happen. You don't necessarily see the immediate results of planting the seed, but you trust that the action will lead to growth. It's the same concept with this numerological energy. To harness it, you need to take that initial leap of faith. A big part of the number 1's energy is linked to personal empowerment. Think about this. What could change in your life if you believed full-heartedly that you are in control of your destiny? Sounds powerful, right? That's the energy of the number 1 in action. It reminds us that fundamentally, we are the creators of our lives, and we have the power within us to shape our reality. The choices we make now are laying the groundwork for what's to come, which is why it's so important to align yourself with this type of energy when you want to manifest success or abundance. Think about a time in your life when you made a big decision. Maybe you changed jobs, moved cities, or left a relationship behind that wasn't serving you anymore. Even though those changes were likely challenging, they also opened up new doors, right? That's the magic of the number 1. It's pushing you towards something new, gently, or sometimes quite forcefully, nudging you to take action that might feel bold, but is exactly what's needed to clear a path for something better. So, how do you practically apply this in your day-to-day life? How do you make sure you're in alignment with October's numerology, so you're tuned into all the possibilities that come along with the number one energy? Great question. Let's walk through a few simple ways you can harness this numerological influence to feel more empowered and, yes, to manifest abundance. First things first, get clear on what you want. One of the most important aspects of working with number one energy is clarity. It's easy to feel empowered when you have a clear goal or vision in front of you, but not so much when you're unfocused or unsure of what you're aiming for. October's energy is all about the start of something new, so set aside some time to really reflect. Get out a journal or sit with your thoughts in meditation and ask yourself what it is you truly want to create in your life. What would make you feel more fulfilled? What steps can you take right now to start moving toward that goal? Even if you just start with small, simple steps, you're still working in alignment with the energy of the number one. Don't stress about having the whole plan mapped out, because honestly, you don't need to. All the number one asks is that you begin, that you take action, even if the path ahead isn't fully clear. Trust that by taking the first step, you're setting things in motion and the rest will follow. Another practical way to tune into October's numerology is through your daily routines. Since the number one vibrates with leadership and decisiveness, this is a great time to develop habits that foster a sense of discipline and self-reliance. For instance, in numerology, the number one loves structure. So, setting a daily routine that maximizes your productivity or incorporating affirmations that remind you of your personal power could help you align even more with the energy of this month. Simple actions like starting your morning with an I am affirmation, like I am ready to succeed or I am in control of my destiny, can send out powerful energy that matches the number one vibe. Many people overlook the small things, but it's often the little choices every day that accumulate and create massive changes in the long run. During October, the more intentional you are with your choices, the more you're adhering to the number one's vibration, making it easier to manifest exactly what you want. Another ritual you can integrate is visualization. This is a simple but incredibly effective way to work with both the number one energy and the universal law of attraction. Spend a few minutes every day visualizing your dream life or your goals in vivid detail. Imagine how you'd feel, how you'd act, and what your life would look like once you've achieved them. Visualization helps you mentally practice success, which primes your brain and the universe to bring about these positive changes into your real-life experience. On top of that, I really recommend doing some journaling during this month. Writing down your intentions, fears, and desires can bring clarity and help you stay focused. Something about putting pen to paper aligns your thoughts and energy. It solidifies what you're thinking into something more real. You can reflect on what it is you're starting, why it's important, and what steps you plan to take. This simple act of documentation can be very grounding, and it can help you revisit your progress later on. And that's the cool thing about focusing on October and the number one. You can look back months or even years from now and see how the steps you took in this moment altered the entire course of your life. But let's not ignore one major thing: self-doubt. I know what you're thinking. Starting something new often comes with feelings of fear or doubt. The number one energy won't magically erase all your worries, but it will give you the strength to push through those blocks. Whenever you're faced with doubts or even anxiety about the future, remember this: The number one is about stepping into your power, and power comes from trusting yourself. You don't need to have all the answers, and guess what? Nobody ever does. It's okay to take imperfect action as long as you begin. One of the greatest lessons the number one offers us is the reminder that no matter what life throws at us, we always have the power to start again. Each day, each opportunity, each moment is a new canvas for us to design our lives as we see fit. That's why October is such an exciting time. The number one's energy is encouraging you to seize the day, to think bigger, to take control of your personal journey. And it's not just about taking action for yourself. October's numerology encourages us to think beyond. How do your actions impact the people around you? The number one also vibrates with leadership. So this could be a moment where you not only step up for yourself, but also show up for others. Whether that means taking the lead on a group project at work, being a supportive leader in your family, or helping others see their own potential, the energy at play makes you a force of change, not just for yourself, but for the collective good. Remember, abundance, true abundance, isn't just about material wealth. It's about thriving mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. It's about elevating others as you elevate yourself. At the end of the day, October's numerological influence of the number one offers everyone a chance to step into something bigger. It hands you the tools to build a new chapter. Whether it's breaking a bad habit, starting a creative project, or deciding to stand more firmly in your own truth, this numerological energy is here to give you the strength and focus you need. So, as you go through this month, I encourage you to pause and reflect on the opportunities around you. Embrace the fresh slate that October gives us all. Feel the empowerment that comes with knowing you have everything already within you to create the life you desire. This is your time, and the number one is lighting the path forward. Go out there, take the lead, and start manifesting the life you've always envisioned. As always, if you found value in this discussion, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs this message. Together, let's inspire more people to step into their personal power and create abundance, not just for October, but for the months and years to come. Thank you for watching. Let's make this October one to remember.